Hi students, today we are going to study mathematics of class 7, chapter 1 integers. This chapter we are going to study in two parts. Part 1 is operations of integers. Before going to study what is operations of integers, we want to study what is an integer. What is an integer? All natural numbers, 0 and negatives of counting numbers are called integers. All natural numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Negatives means minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, etc. and the 0. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0 and minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, etc. All these are called integers. Some examples are given: minus 8, minus 6, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 89, 226, 1000. All these are integers. You have to listen that, you have to note that if there is no sign, it means it is positive. Okay. So, among this example, positive integers are 89, 226 and 1000, and the negative integers are minus 8, minus 6, minus 2 and minus 1, because their signs are negative, so we call it as negative integers. Then 0. 0 is an integer which is neither positive nor negative. A negative, it is not a negative and it is also not a positive, but it is an integer. Clear now? If it is clear, then we have to say answer to my question. My question is 2.5 is an integer or not? Is 2.5 is an integer? Or 1 by 2 is an integer? No, 2.5 is not an integer. It is a decimal number, and 1 by 2 is also not an integer. It is a fractional number. Okay, hope you understand. Then we are going to discuss operations of integer. We can do 4 operations on integer. They are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Then we can discuss how can we do addition of integers. For adding two integers, we have to understand two rules. The first one, rule 1 is, if two positive or two negative integers are added, we add their values regardless of their signs and give the sum their common sign. Matlab, if two positive integers are added, we add their values regardless of their sign and give the sum their common sign. If two positive integers, for example, one example is given, example 1, 110 plus 5, both are positive. If both are positive, if both the signs are same, then we have to add it. So, here we added the numbers, that is 110 plus 5 is 150. Then we look into their sign. Their common sign is positive, so the answer is plus 150. Okay. Then if two negative integers are added, then also their signs are same. If two integers with the like signs added, we have to add it. Then give common sign. 110 plus 15 is 115 and their common sign is negative, so the answer is negative 115. Okay, if two positive integers are added, if we want to add two positive integers, we have to add it and give positive sign. If we want to add two negative integers, then also we want to add it but give negative sign. Okay. Then we can go to rule 2. Rule 2 is about, if we want to add integers with the unlike signs, if the sign of the two integers is different, then what we want to do? We want to subtract them. Okay, we want to first of all subtract them and give the sign of the greater number. So, look into the example. Example 1 is minus 20 plus 25. Here the sign of the both the numbers are different. Minus 20 its sign is negative and 25 its sign is positive. So, you have to subtract them. So, 25 minus 20, the answer is 5. Then look into the sign. Then look into the number which is greater. 25 is greater, its sign is positive. So, the answer is positive 5 or simply 5. Okay. Then next example देखो 20 plus minus 25. Here also The signs are different, signs alag hai, so kya karo, you have to subtract them. So 25 minus 20, it is 5. Then look at the sign which is greater. 25 is greater, its sign is negative, so the answer is negative 5. Is it clear? So to adding to positive integers or to negative integers, you have to add it and give the common sign. And if you want to add to integers with the unlike signs, integers with the unlike signs, you have to subtract them and give the sign of the greater number. Okay. Then we can go to the next operation, that is subtraction of integers. To subtract one integer from another, we take the additive inverse of the integer to be subtracted and add it to the other integer. Matlab, actually additive inverse of a is minus a and the additive inverse of minus a is a. So it is given that if a and b are two integers, just imagine a and b are integers. Okay. Then it is given that a minus b. You have to subtract b from a. Then what you have to do? The first number plus additive, you have to write it as first number plus additive inverse of the second. Here the second one is plus b. So additive inverse of plus b is minus b. So a minus b become a plus minus b. Okay. Then the second one is a minus b. Then it will become first number plus additive inverse of the second. Additive inverse of minus b is plus b. So the equation become a minus b is equal to a plus b. Okay. Now when you are writing, after you write like this, then you can use the rule of addition. Okay, then look at the example, 28 minus 3. Here the first number is 28 plus additive inverse of the second. Additive inverse of plus 3 is minus 3. So it becomes 28 plus minus 3. Then look at the second one, minus 28 minus 3. It becomes first number, that is minus 28 plus additive inverse of the second. So it becomes minus 28 plus 3. Okay. Then the third one, minus 28 minus 3 is equal to minus 28 first number plus additive inverse of 3, that is minus 28 plus minus 3. Then look at the fourth one, 28 minus 3. So that will become 28 plus additive inverse minus 3 is plus 3. So it becomes 28 plus 3. Okay. We can write like this. Now you can use the rules of addition and find the answer. So first one, 28 plus minus 3. Here the signs are different, so you have to find the difference. So 28 minus 3, that is 5. Then look at the sign, 28 have greater value, so the answer becomes plus 5. Then minus 28 plus 3, here also sign is different, so you have to subtract them, then we get 5. Then look at the bigger one, that is 28, its sign is negative, so the answer is negative 5. Then the third one, minus 28 plus minus 3. Here both have the same sign, so you have to add it and give the common sign. When adding, we get 28 plus 3, that is 31. Common sign is negative, so it is negative 31. The fourth one is 28 plus 3. Adding it 31, both signs are positive, so it is plus 31 or simply 31. Hope you understand. Find the additive inverse and add it. Okay, if it is confusing, you can use this one also. That is, first one they go 5 minus 6. That is, you have to subtract two positive integers. Then what you have to do? देखो sign देखो 5 minus 6. There is two different signs, so you have to subtract it and give the sign of the greater integer. Here greater integer 6, its sign is negative, so 6 minus 5, subtracting we get 1 and sign of the greater number is negative, so the answer is negative 1. Similarly, 6 minus 5, you have to subtract two positive integers, you have to subtract it and give the sign of the greater integer. Here 6 minus 5 get 1, sign of the greater one, that is 6 is positive, so the answer is positive 1. Okay, then second one they go minus 5 minus 6, that you have to subtract two negative integers. So here minus 5 minus 6, they go two negatives come close by, pass two negative say, so you just write that as positive. So you will get minus 5 minus 6, you can write it as minus 5 plus 6. Okay, then different sign, so you have to subtract it and give the sign of the greater number. Subtracting it, you get 1 and the greater number is 6, its sign is positive, so it is positive 1. Okay, then third one 5 minus 6, that you have to subtract integers with the different signs. So what you have here also 5 minus 6, just make that two negatives into positive. So 5 plus 6 aayega, then add it, you will answer plus 11. Fourth one देखो minus 5 minus 6, that means here also you have to subtract the integers with the different signs. Here what you have to do, you have to minus 5 minus 6, so same sign, so add it and give the common sign. So that is minus 5 plus 6 11, its sign is negative, so the answer is minus 11. Okay, the first one is a correct way, but you can use this method also, it will be. Well, it is given how to adding positive and negative integers and subtracting positive and negative integers. First of all, look into the adding positive and negative integers. What is that? When we adding, the first one they go, when we are adding to positive integers, you have to add it and give positive sign, and when we are adding to negative integers, you have to add it and give negative sign. When we are adding integers with a different sign, you have to subtract it and give the larger integer sign. Okay, give the answer larger integer sign. Then look at the subtraction. When you are adding, when you are subtracting two positive integers, what you have to do, you have to subtract it and larger integer sign you have to give. When you are subtracting two negative integers, you have to subtract it and give the larger integer sign. Or the third one, there is, you have to subtract integers with a different sign, you have to add it and give the positive sign in the third case and the negative sign in the fourth case. Okay. Okay. Hope you understand how to add and subtract the integers. Then we are going to multiplication of integers. Actually, multiplication of integers is very easy. Actually, the rule 1 is to find the product of two integers with unlike signs. We find the product of their values regardless of their signs and give a minus sign to the product. And the rule 2 is to find the product of two integers with same sign. We find the product of their values regardless of their signs and give a plus sign to the product. Matlab, the rule 1 is, if you want to add two integers with unlike signs, if two integers have दोनों integer have अलग sign, अलग sign, क्या करो? First of all, you have to multiply the integers. If the integers have the different sign or same sign, क्या करो? You have to multiply the firstly. Initially, you have to multiply them. पहले multiply करो, then look into the sign. If they have same sign, then give the product positive sign. If the integers have different sign, give the product negative. Okay, so look at the first, look at the rule 1, first example. Minus 9 into 7, both have different sign, so multiply and give the negative sign, minus 63. Then 5 into minus 3, its product is 15 and they have different signs, so we give negative sign to the product. So, it is negative 15. Then rule 2, if you are multiplying integers with the same sign, then also you have to multiply it. First of all, you have to multiply them and give positive sign. Here 9 into 7 both have a positive sign, then multiply it and give the positive sign, that is plus 63. Then minus 9 into minus 7 both have same sign, so multiply it and give the product positive, that is plus 63. Okay, then minus 5 into minus 3 same sign, so the answer is plus 15. 5 into 3 here also same sign, so the answer is 15. So in the case of multiplication of integers, पहले multiply करो, then if the both the integers have दोनों integer have same sign, give the positive sign to the product, and if दोनों integer have the different sign, you have to अलग sign you have to give negative sign to the product. It is easy, no? Actually, division of integers is also similar to multiplication. That is, if you want to add integers with the same sign, divide it and give positive sign. If you want to add the integers with the unlike signs, there is अलग signs, you have to divide and give negative sign. Okay, so that is, if you want to multiply or divide the two positive integers, you have to multiply or divide it and give the answer positive sign. If you want to multiply or divide two negative integers, you have to multiply or divide it and give the positive sign. But if you want to multiply or divide the integers with different sign, you have to multiply or divide it firstly, then give the negative sign. Okay, I think all of you understand what is integer and how to do the operations of integer. So, thank you for hearing me. Thank you all.